The story of Hannah, a woman of prayer and promise. One such individual was Elkanah, a man from the tribe of Ephraim, who lived in the hill country. He was a devoted worshipper of God, making regular trips to the tabernacle at Shiloh to offer sacrifices. However, Elkanah's household was troubled due to a painful family dynamic. His wife, Hannah, was barren, while his second wife, Peninnah, had children. In ancient Israel, barrenness was seen as a sign of shame or divine disfavor. A woman's value was often tied to her ability to bear children, particularly sons, who could inherit property and continue the family lineage. Because of this, men sometimes took multiple wives to ensure offspring. Elkanah's second wife, Peninnah, had children, and this created tension in the household. While Elkanah loved Hannah dearly, Peninnah would use her status as a mother to taunt and provoke Hannah. The Bible describes how Peninnah would torment Hannah, especially during the family's annual pilgrimage to Shiloh, causing her great distress. Elkanah, though a loving husband, did not fully understand the depth of Hannah's sorrow. He tried to console her by saying, "Hannah, why do you weep? Why don't you eat? Why are you downhearted? Don't I mean more to you than 10 sons?" 1 Samuel 1 verse 8. Despite his well-meaning words, Hannah's pain could not be lessened. She longed for a child, not only for personal fulfillment but also as a sign of God's blessing. During one of the family's yearly visits to Shiloh, Hannah went to the tabernacle to pray. She was so overwhelmed with sorrow that she prayed silently, her lips moving but no sound coming out. She poured out her heart before the Lord, making a solemn vow, "Lord Almighty, if you will only look on your servant's misery and remember me, and not forget your servant but give her a son, then I will give him to the Lord for all the days of his life, and no razor will ever be used on his head." 1 Samuel 1 verse 11. This vow indicated that Hannah intended to dedicate her son to God as a Nazirite, a person set apart for divine service. This was a profound act of faith, as she was willing to give up the very thing she desired most. As Hannah prayed, Eli, the high priest, observed her from a distance. Seeing her lips move but hearing no words, he assumed she was drunk and rebuked her. "How long are you going to stay drunk? Put away your wine." 1 Samuel 1 verse 14. Hannah quickly explained that she was not intoxicated but rather praying in deep anguish. Eli, realizing his mistake, blessed her and said, "Go in peace, and may the God of Israel grant you what you have asked of him." 1 Samuel 1 verse 17. Hannah, filled with newfound hope, left the temple with a lighter heart, believing that God had heard her prayer. Soon after returning home, Hannah conceived and gave birth to a son, whom she named Samuel, meaning "God has heard." Her barrenness was turned into joy, and she rejoiced in the faithfulness of God. Hannah kept her promise to the Lord. After Samuel was weaned, likely around the age of 3 to 5, she brought him to Shiloh and presented him to Eli the priest. She told Eli, "I prayed for this child, and the Lord has granted me what I asked of him. So now I give him to the Lord. For his whole life, he will be given over to